So today is 1 week since I slipped and fell at the mass casualty simulation that I was busy setting up and caused the simulation to be a real deal patient, and I was the patient. And I fractured my fibula, had a ankle dislocation, and a severe or full complete tear of my deltoid ligament in my ankle, my right ankle. I didn't know that at the time. I knew it was fractured. I didn't know the extent of the fracture and what had been fractured. I just knew that I'd fractured my ankle. It was really funny because I'd actually been walking from one of my simulated patients to one of the other ones with fake blood, and I had been rubbing fake blood all over the wounds on everybody else. So my hands are covered in fake blood, and it looks like fake blood. I mean, it looks like blood. So it it was bad, and that's when I slipped. And it was quite interesting because everybody thought that I was a simulated patient as well, until one of my colleagues actually told the students, no, this is real. And even then they didn't quite realize that I was a real patient. And it was only until one of our latest addition to our colleague family group arrived and started taking control and gave me some Internox to suck on, that everyone started to realize that it was real. And then one of my other colleagues actually phoned a helicopter to come and get me. So if anybody had to have an accident on the mountain for any particular reason, this would have been the best case scenario. I was up in the mountain, okay, not too far from civilization. I was up in the mountain with the best group of paramedics that you can get, because we train paramedic students. And so best group of paramedics, number one. So I got immediate treatment because we had all the best equipment there as well. And then like loads of hands. So like all the students were able, we could have used everyone. Not that we would have, because it wouldn't have been logistically possible, and it would just have been too hectic. Anyway, we had loads of hands to move me. We had already had organized medical evacuation plan. Everything was sorted out there, and all the drugs and medication that we needed if we needed to do anything more severe treatment wise. So I was medevaced out there. They knocked me out with ketamine. I did not want to be completely knocked out, especially since this would have been my first flight as a patient in a helicopter. I've been in helicopters before, being the paramedic treating patients. Excuse me. So it would have been my first flight as a patient, and I had no sane idea of what was happening the whole time I was in the helicopter. It was just like, well, half the time I think I was asleep, like kind of out of it. And then the next, it was between a blurry sort of dizziness spell that I was like trying to see who the paramedics are, and who are you? One of the paramedics on the flight was a past student. And then obviously we would get to the hospital, and I have glimpses of that, and the doctor, I didn't even know it was a doctor. I'm like, who are you? So funny. And everyone was asking me there, like, what happened? And so obviously I had to tell them the funny story is that actually I was trying to set up a simulation for a mass casualty simulation, and then I became a real patient. So I had surgery that night for an open reduction internal fixation on my right leg, on my right ankle. So it was a comminuted fracture of my fibula. And anyway, so that was on the Thursday night last week. Friday I stayed in hospital. They initially said that I could go home on Friday, but the pain was just too bad because the nerve block that anaesthetist put in just wore off, and I hadn't realized how much pain it was going to be. And yeah, so I stayed another night. Saturday I came home, and I've been upstairs at home since Saturday. I have not been downstairs at all. It's now Thursday, the 1st of August. I've only got my 2 cats here to keep me company. The rest of the day is to me. So I've been doing a lot of YouTube videoing, watching. Almost finished my poncho that I have crocheted. I just need one more did they say yarn of wool or yarn? Yeah, yarn of wool to finish it off. I did some more crocheting on my smaller one, but I don't feel like doing that now. And then I did some what else did I do? Oh, I did some transcribing, but I haven't finished that either. So it's kind of on a procrastination list. Now I have to get that procrastination list, like, you know, less, because I don't do well in this. I don't do well in procrastination lists in any case. So that is going to be my goal for the next 6 weeks, because I'm stuck at home for the next 6 weeks. Arrgh. So, task today is remain in bed, because I've been in bed most of the time. Oh, I can't get up too often, because every time I put my foot down and gravity draws all the blood down, it throbs and it hurts. So just going to the bathroom hurts. Anyway, so I'm going to get cracking on my list of to-do things, and today I think I will try and finish transcribing a little, and then the other one gets my sick leave or sick certificate sorted out and loaded on. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Oh, and I might attend a meeting via Skype. I don't know if that's going to happen, because they haven't replied to me about whether I need to or not. So that is it. Catch you later.